welcome to another week of the Abuse Cartoons live stream. I think we're doing okay. Let me know if the sound levels are there we go, are okay. Mic is in the same spot, but it looks a little lower on the meter there. So I hope everyone is doing well. Oh, maybe my computer's lagging a little bit right now. I'll make sure I get everything closed. Hey K5, how's it going? Oh, I was having sorry. Yeah, banging on the old microphone is not fun. All right. So I hope everyone is doing okay. All right. Yeah, what is going on here? Let's try this again. Yeah, I guess now that we're actually streaming. Oh boy, yeah. Well, hopefully. Hopefully the lag isn't going to be that bad the whole time. We'll see. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder what's going on. I've had forced updates on this computer, so that's always fun. You get the unexpected. Huh. Yeah, things seem to be okay otherwise. Always fun technical glitches. Oof, yeah, it's going to be a little weird for lagging. I'll just draw very slowly. So, what are we, 2 weeks away from the Olympics? I have no idea. I guess it'll be fun to keep everyone updated on what they're talking about. They're doing like computer modeling for like the increased number of infections and things because of the Olympics. So that should be fun. I can't wait to see how that goes. Yeah, and I don't know what that's going to do to travel and everything, you know, depending on how well or not well it goes. But we'll see. And we're having vaccine-related shortages, so they finally started rolling out the vaccine program here, and they just started like I think they went down to 50. It was like over 70. Isn't that amazing? There's like a big enough population over 70 that took a while. But yeah, so over 70 was a thing, and now it's over 50. So they are working on that, but also running out on the one university that I work at was the first one, at least in Western Japan, to kind of apply to have the whole school vaccinated. And the funny thing is the priorities were students, administration, and then faculty. So the teachers are the last on the list, which they didn't like very much. I thought that was pretty funny. You can tell where the priorities of that school are. It's a private university, so it's just a business, and they want their customers vaccinated first. And then, of course, the administration. You know, the registrar has a lot of power. But so they were the first ones in Western Japan to apply for it, and then they ran out. So they closed the program until they can figure out how to resupply. So it's not going particularly well. Yeah, the drawing's going to be a little weird, I think, this week. I don't know what kind of lag I've got. It's a little bit better. Yeah, I can't tell. I think the computer's chewing on anything. I've got everything closed. Who knows? Hey, Dr. Fetus, how's it going? Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, yeah. I hope it's not bad weather as well. Yeah, because there's new variations around. Yeah, because they're saying because everyone, all the athletes that come have to be vaccinated, and they're already getting positive tests on some athletes that have come here for the Olympics. So, yeah, the vaccine and what I've heard. I don't want to talk too much about this, but what I've heard is that your symptoms and the danger of severe complications and things are much less with the vaccine, is what they're saying. So it is still worth it, even though you still can get it. So I don't know. We're just going to spend the rest of our lives. It'll be Omega variant before we're all wiped out. Yeah. So, yeah, hope that's not the case. But traveling is always, you're exposed to all kinds of weird stuff, and people have been, locking themselves up. So I'm sure they've been making all kinds of other things to make each other sick with. But I always hate that the air on the airplane. Yeah, that was the first time that I kind of was clued in to the idea that masks have some effect, and I think more so just like the drying, your nose getting dry on an airplane. So international flights, I used to get super sick all the time, or at least have like a kind of respiratory thing for a little while after I flew. So, and I was visiting for just a couple of weeks, so that was kind of a pain to be sick right away. And but wearing a mask, even though it kind of creeps passengers out, like people you're sitting next to, because they don't have any idea why you're wearing a mask. But wearing a mask on the plane, especially when you're sleeping, your nose doesn't get so dried out, so you're less susceptible to whatever is floating around in the air. So you have less of that kind of back of the throat thing or whatever going on. So yeah, and they actually make interesting masks here for sleeping, where they're just a cotton or fiber mask, and they have these little pockets, and you have these little moisturized, and in some case they have a fragrance. You have these moisturized pads, and they're for sleeping. They're literally for sleeping. If in the winter, especially if your throat gets dried out and you wake up with a sore throat a lot, you put there's little pockets inside the mask. You put these little pads, these like soaked pads in, and it actually is very soothing on your throat, so you don't wake up with a sore throat anymore. But that was the first time I understood the utility of masks. It's just the creepiness of it, but that's gone. This kind of stigma is over, because people are used to seeing it now, and it's actually becoming a virtue signaling thing in the West. So it might be a little bit easier to get away with that. But sleeping on an airplane, it's a lot better to not get all dried out from that recycled air. But anyhow, that's not bad weather related, but I was just remembering that I did that a few times, but was always really self-conscious of how weird that looked, and if I was sitting next to an American passenger going home, what they assumed was wrong with me because I was wearing a mask. It's funny how things change, isn't it? But alright, so yeah, there we go. The lag seems to be gone, so whatever this PC was chewing on, it has stopped. Yeah, I quit out of everything. Yeah, there's nothing running that should be bad. I tried to watch a little bit of that Harley Quinn, the HBO Max Harley Quinn animated series, and it was okay. Yeah, it wasn't like amazing, and it was just the setup the kind of establishing the costume change and whatever, kind of the exact same storyline or idea from the movie, the Harley Quinn kind of solo movie. Or was that Birds of Prey? I don't know. I forget. I forget what was what. But yeah, it wasn't great. And a lot of the voices were not great. Yeah, I don't know. They're not going to ever like be able to touch what they did with the animated series. That was just done really well. I know because they had talented people working on it, like Bruce Timm and a lot of the Paul Dini and a lot of people that could write good stories, that loved the characters, that were interested in telling. Their inspiration was like the Fleischer Brothers, Superman. So interested in telling good stories and interested in composing the frame and actually doing good character designs, and still having to follow that. Everyone's being punched off screen or whatever. Or the Batarang, disarms everyone's firearms. They're still able to tell decent stories. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if that Harley Quinn thing is like on TV and then it's just streaming on HBO Max, or if it was like actually originally, done originally for it. Oh yeah, because I think there's like blood and profanity and stuff, so maybe it was done for HBO Max. But it's just like whenever they and this was Chris has said this many times on the weekly, and it's definitely, you feel it. It's often proved true when something is supposed to be mature or for adults. Something's for adults, it just means it's immature. It just means they really get off on swearing or like brief nudity or whatever. It becomes very juvenile, or not juvenile, adolescent. It becomes very adolescent in its humor and its tone because it's made for adults, and so they can so very often that's wasted. People don't take advantage of that, and it doesn't work very well. Yeah, I'm always disappointed by that, because that is an opportunity to actually do something, to tell difficult stories with complicated characters and have some violence with consequences. But no, it's more just the people just doing things because they can, with no meaning or reason behind it. Oh boy. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna watch anymore. It's really hard to care about something new. Anything else? Yeah, there hasn't been anything. Oh, I watched the first couple of episodes of Sweet Tooth, and I didn't read the comics, so I don't have any attachment to the characters. And maybe that was definitely the case with Umbrella Academy. Like the artwork works much better, the kind of stylized artwork worked much better for those characters and telling that story than live action, than like real people. It kind of reads a little weird and false when it's real people and computer chimpanzees. But yeah, that was okay. I have no idea. I guess my expectations are all weird. I have no idea what to expect. So if it's supposed to be cute or charming, I'm missing that. It just seems kind of clumsy and not well told, and I'm paying too much attention to the bad child actors and stuff. So I don't know. But that didn't catch me. That didn't get me involved very much either. So I'm still looking for something I can enjoy. Yeah, anything on YouTube or Twitch? I don't watch anything on Twitch. Sometimes I watch if people put their Twitch like their best of or edited Twitch streams on YouTube. I'll watch like edited versions, because I don't sit with those on the background very much. And always when I open that page of Twitch and there's like the highlights and the things that are really popular, it's always like, oof, why are there thousands of people watching this? I'm always amazed like what ranks on Twitch. And my shirt's not, I don't have enough cleavage to do well on Twitch, but that's just it's just really weird. The what ranks, but on YouTube I watch a lot of stuff. I watch I always watch Red Letter Media stuff, and and I just started a comedian who's been doing like crazy Instagram forever. That I totally. It's weird that I didn't know about this. Like that I wasn't. I didn't find his stuff earlier. I'm totally blanking on his name now. Kyle Dunnigan, I think, is a stand-up, and he he does stuff, and it's on Instagram, and I guess he does over the quarantine and stuff. He was doing stuff from home, and he'll take the I don't know what filter it is, if it's from FaceTime or Snapchat or whatever, but the filter that'll like kind of put a 3D celebrity face over your face. He does impressions. He does some impressions, and it was doing really weird stuff. And I got a lot of attention for doing like the Kardashians and a lot of kind of weird celebrity stuff. But his comedy's really good. His like timing, his sense, because it's all just kind of improv stuff as those characters. But the long form stuff is not so. It just goes on and on and on. Not so easy to watch. But I started watching that like at home with Stallone or whatever. He does like Sylvester Stallone, and Schwarzenegger's popping in all the time, being competitive, and it's him and another comedian that I think is LA based. I think they were writers together on a few of the same shows, but the other comedian is just himself on the show, and it's pretty good. I was surprised. I mean, and he's been doing it forever, and I can't believe it didn't like cross my radar. But I don't watch I think he had a pretty big interview on like Howard Stern that got him a lot of attention, and the Kardashian thing got a lot of attention because of what he was. The impression he did of them, they actually did on their social media. So it, they acknowledged that they were the whatever the butt of his joke, and they were good sports about it. But it's really creepy because it's just like a bad like low polygon like mapping of a celebrity photo over your face. So it has lip sync and everything. So it looks really disturbing, but his impressions are good enough. Some of them are good enough that you get who it is right away, even if their face is too distorted. But really, really surprisingly good stuff. And I can't believe he's been doing it forever, and I guess getting attention, but hasn't like monetized it or anything. But I think his main money is a comedy writer, and he's a stand-up. But I think the bigger money is writing for other people. So this is just like a thing to express himself or just to kind of mess with people. But some of the stuff is pretty biting. Like he'll get pretty mean about some of the stuff, and it's just good. It just it fits my sensibility, I guess. But I was really surprised that I hadn't heard of him, or nobody had mentioned him. And it might be because he's LA based. I think most of the podcasts and stuff I listen to are all New York and Philadelphia and Boston comics. So I'm more like, my tastes are more the mean East Coast. But so that was so depressing that I had missed like 10 years of that stuff. And who else? There was something else that I just started watching recently. Yeah, but I watch a lot of anytime they do. There's a couple of channels that do good like history analysis and stuff. So that's fun stuff to just have in the background. Just like World War II or whatever, that kind of stuff. I got over the lockdown. I just kind of got addicted to that. Most like all the Dan Carlin and all that kind of stuff that's popular. Hardcore history. I was listening to a lot of that and some Civil War stuff and everything. Just because it's it's good to have on in the background and kind of keeps me interested. But But nothing, yeah, nothing like crazy. And I was watching a lot of Vito. Vito, he's another guy. He's in LA now. Vito Giswaldi. He's the guy that became famous for the Pepsi. What was the? He was making fun of that Pepsi commercial, the Kendall Jenner Pepsi commercial, and he went to like the Berkeley riots or whatever to handed out Pepsis. That was the thing I think that made his channel kind of explode. But he does game streaming and just a lot of like kind of comedy stuff. And I think he's done some like Star Wars and Marvel kind of takedown videos. Just kind of making fun of the how badly some of that stuff was executed. But he mostly just tries to be. He's just comedy stuff. I think he's got like a call-in show too. But yeah, that's the stuff I watched more recently. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Mineshaft videos. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, every time I see when people are like whatever spelunking or whatever, like cave going into like underground entrances to caves, and it's like barely enough for them to fit into. That's insane. I can't imagine like crawling around in some natural formation and then realizing, okay, this is just getting smaller and smaller, and I can't get I can't move around. I can't get do that. Just seems insane. Hey Joe, how's it going? Yeah. Oh no. What the? Oh yeah, I just got yeah, I had headphones. I was listening to something. I had headphones on when I started, so I didn't think to take them off. Oh. Yeah, but hopefully everything is doing okay. All right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I actually, I probably not gonna. It doesn't take me long before headphones start to bug me. Yeah, there's nothing going on, so I'll miss the. I can actually turn that up. I'll miss the notifications. But other than that, nice. There we go. But yeah, that's actually much better. Yeah, I remember that. Especially in like the 3D lab and stuff at school, like kids would just sit with big over the ear headphones on the whole time they were working. So just like 6-8 hours in the computer lab, and after just a couple of hours with headphones on, my head gets really weird, or my ears just get really annoyed by that. So I can't imagine wearing headphones for that long, or like doing like radio stuff or whatever. Just the couple hours of doing a podcast or whatever is too much for me sometimes. Yeah, but maybe it helps the with those on. No, I don't hear myself on there, so it doesn't really help. But it definitely helps for levels. Like when multiple people are speaking, you can kind of keep your volume, matching, so you're not particularly louder or softer than anybody else when you can hear what everyone's saying. Oh, cool. Oh man, old Levi's. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's right. Like, 'cause they were essentially invented for miners, right? Like, so denim, old dungarees were basically, like mining work clothes. Because they needed something that could tolerate that kind of work. And I like that they still have the vestigial watch pocket, that little pocket on the like the right side, I guess, is like a pocket watch, because you don't have a usually you have a watch pocket in a vest, but you're not wearing a vest if you're mining. You're just wearing jeans and a shirt probably. So the watch pocket got moved to the jean pocket, and it's still there, and nobody knows what to put in it. we go. Okay, so I'm just drawing what, hockey pucks? I have no idea. All right. That. What? Yeah, but it's been a while since I found something that I got really stuck on. I've been watching. I rewatched a little bit of the. It was on Amazon, Japanese Amazon, the first season of X-Files, and it's amazing. That show, like, there's really good chemistry in that show between the two leads, and that carried the whole thing, because especially with how many episodes they did, like 22 or 25, like per season. It was really long seasons because it's, American television, 1 hour drama, and long seasons. And so I can understand why they're starting to shorten things, but it really forced them to get that kind of off the ground. Like, that show didn't really flounder. There was already really good episodes in the first season, which is pretty amazing because it takes a while. There's some shows that people are like, I don't even watch the first season. Start with the second season or the third season. That's when it really hits its stride. But they already figured out the chemistry, and it's not great. I mean, it's definitely, you really feel the television budget on early X-Files especially. But yeah, I'm really surprised. That's so, it's so nostalgic for me, and still that all the different stuff they touch on, like the cryptids and the alien abduction and everything, that feels so nostalgic because it's not, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like that has the same place anymore. I guess since the internet really happened, people have specialized into those interests, and there's not that Art Bell, what is it, Coast to Coast kind of thing, where they where you'd have a show that would touch on all of those things. People really specialize in one sort of thing now. But I like that how revolutionary that was, or how interesting that was as a not revolutionary, but how interesting that was as a show, because people had done there'd been Project Blue Book, and then that In Search Of, in the 70s and 80s there was already a lot of UFO and strange phenomena shows. They did a really good job of making that an entertaining thing. The only thing that they really failed on is their story arc that supposedly went through the whole show, the Mulder sisters obsession, the alien abduction, conspiracy thing, kind of the government conspiracy thing. It was real, and maybe intentionally so, but real hit and miss. Some of it was interesting, and some of it was ugh, who cares? So they didn't quite know where to go with that. But it was just I like the Monster of the Week kind of TV, and I never watched a lot of the other shows that did that, Supernatural, or I never got into any of those other shows that maybe were inspired by X-Files. But watching that first season, and the cheap ass, Vancouver or whatever, everything was set in the Northwest. That had some funny nostalgia in it. And like I said, it was a big show, not as big as The Simpsons, but it was a pretty big show for Fox. Oh wow, yeah. Oh, for watching the Resident, I'm using isopropyl was really hard to get in Japan during the lockdown, so I've just been using ethanol. It's really high content. It's in the 90s, 90 something percent ethanol, but that's widely available, and that's what they're using here for all the sanitizing. They don't do isopropyl. It's been all ethanol in Japan. Speaking of, I finally did some bigger, just sitting right in front of me. Finally did some bigger, 28 mil resin guys. Yeah, so these are just washed. Yeah, just washed in ethanol, and it seems to be okay. And the fumes are not as bad. It just smells like grain alcohol. The fumes aren't as bad as IPA. I think now I can probably start getting IPA again, but I don't know if I want to go. But look at the. I'm never going to be able to figure out because these are all pre-supported. So the designer like does the supports. I'm never gonna quite get the art of that down, and I've just been doing 10 millimeter stuff previously, and with this big stuff, like so much of your material, so much of your resin is going into that support. So I'm gonna have to cut all of that off, and so yeah, the waste. The bigger you print, the bigger your waste, and so that you go through a lot more resin that way. But the ethanol seems to be working okay, and it's cheap. It's cheap and available, so I've just been doing that. But and I've also been using the soy, the what it was, the organic or eco resin that Anycubic makes. So that's really low fume, so I can do it in the kind of entryway in the house. So I don't have to have a complicated. I'm not venting. I'm just have a window open behind it, and I don't have anything complicated because there's almost no fumes. It just smells a little hot, is all. That's the only real noticeable smell. There's no. There's a very low odor. So that's the 3D. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's pretty high. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that show. Yeah, I guess it's still going. It's still there's a new host because Art Bell died. But I used to love that, like catching that, like driving cross country or whatever, like wherever you would go, you could catch that late at night. And always the calls. I mean, just like there's so many like severely schizophrenic or like really really messed up people, and just their stories and stuff they would tell, and how they would argue. I loved the. The host handled things really well. Like Art Bell was so good because I think he believed in a lot of things, but he was also like gently critical, so to get people to kind of explain themselves a little bit better and not just take them at like face value or just believe everything they said. So I love that stuff. It's just that's just a weird, and it's good to listen to like weirdly late at night when they play like the Bigfoot howling sounds or whatever. That's always very disturbing. But I just love the variety of the story, and it's just because it's all Bigfoot and Jersey Devil and all kinds of like crazy stories like that. It's for me it's just entertaining, and I'm not particularly I don't want to believe in any of that. I just enjoy people's like where that must come from, that ability to come up with certain things, or that like desire to really have those things be real. For me, is interesting to listen to, and I like when it's people just kind of innocently being obsessed with something, almost like they're a fan of it, and then the people that are like severely mentally ill and need to have this in their life, and it serves a different purpose. So both of those things are interesting to hear. But that is always weird stuff, and it's funny. It's just kind of fallen out of favor. The Anycubic slicer that they released has some pretty good options for doing supports. I haven't had any luck though. I think that I was screwing up before because I was overfilling. More 3D printer talk, but I was overfilling the plate on the print bed. I was putting too much stuff on it, and so any of the bigger models that I was trying to print that I would do my own supports on, like my own, what's that called? What is it? A sled, a bit with the little flat part where you get the adhesion and then the supports coming off of that. The program has a I think it even lets you manually edit them. Not to some extent. Like there's some better programs for that, but it does small, medium, and large, and then gives you the ability to control like how much there are, how the kind of density of it. And I think you can even go in and delete some individually if you don't want it like coming off of the eye or the ear or whatever of the model. But yeah, you can have some different selectability. But the few times that I did that, I didn't have any luck. I would just get the sled, I think. Yeah, so that's sled. It would just print the sled and a couple of supports, and there'd be no model on it. So I obviously fucked up the how I oriented it and everything. There's a little bit of a trick to it. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I played around with that. I like when the artists themselves do the supports. It seems to come out a lot better, and they're also more because they care about you seeing their work best. Just the software choosing where to put supports will kind of fuck with the important parts of the model, like facial features or whatever, or details. And when the artist does it, they'll kind of carefully, and they usually test it. Like when they release stuff, they'll usually test it. Yeah, it's starting to become a little bit too much of an addiction. I keep finding these really great artists, these 3D artists that have like Patreons with STL files and stuff. There's so much good stuff out there. There's not even enough time to print it all because they'll do monthly releases. So you join the Patreon for like between $5 to $15, and they'll give you a set of like themed STL miniatures and terrain and stuff like every single month. So it must be more than one person working on it. But so much good stuff. It's amazing that the companies that are actually making miniatures and having them cast on sprues and things for game markets can compete now. Because as soon as printers get really, really easy to use, like once they figure out like a resin printing thing where you're just pouring resin into a hole at the top of it and you never have to do anything else, where it's very self-contained, it's really going to create a lot more competition because the barrier to entry is getting thinner and thinner. And yeah, I'm just surprised. I mean, the detail that you get on resin is it's definitely as good as any board game stuff that I've bought. I mean, that stuff is more durable. Like, it's not brittle at all. Like, sometimes the little tiny extended bits, can snap off if they get over cured or whatever. But yeah, it's amazing what comes off of printers now and how easy it is to paint. So yeah, it's crazy. Crazy times. I've been looking forward to this for a while. It's been like 7 years or whatever since I first was like paying attention to 3D printing, and like people were talking about, yeah, you could do miniatures, and they were doing the FTM stuff that didn't, you could see layers, and there was like, well, you can melt the layers with acetone and get a smoother effect. Like there were all these like workarounds, but then as soon as the cheap resin printers happened, then that was exactly, because I wasn't going to do anything large. I didn't want to do like cosplay things, just little game miniatures, and now that's a thing. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, people are talking. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the Ender printers. Yeah, I had a bad experience with my first the PLA, filament one. Just the bed adhesion was just brutal. It was just like a hammer and razor blade to pound the prints off of the print bed. But yeah, it's a funny thing, and it'll be interesting to see who kind of comes up with the technology that makes it, makes it, so easy that everyone has it everywhere. what is that? What's the word? It's like right. It's right in tip of my tongue. Ubiquitous. That makes it ubiquitous, so that it's in everybody's home, and it's just a go-to thing. But there's always, I guess there's always going to be some like weird knowledge, because you're going to have to know what material to print for certain applications and things. But yeah, as soon as they figure out how to... Oh, same layer. Yeah, figure out how to take a lot of the... that barrier, the kind of... the knowledge base where you're just getting, models and things that are ready to go with kind of default settings, because that's the thing. You can go in and start, tweaking a lot to get better results, and people don't want to do that. They would just want to have kind of a standard level that they can expect, and just push a button, just download a file, push a button, just like printing PDF or whatever, like printing on an inkjet printer. It's got to, as soon as it's as easy as that, then I think a lot of things. And then what will be nice about that, even though a lot of the printers are made in China, what will be nice about that is it's going to start to take away from our need to buy cheap, Chinese garbage from stores. Little just little varieties of things. If you can actually just print those out on in like ABS or PVC or whatever they're going to be doing in the future, that would be cool. Something with some durability, and so all that little household trash that we have to like rely on China to like mass produce, we can just do on home printers. That would be great. All right. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Because they're pretending that it's here already. But that kind of reality. But it's not. It's not really. I think for a lot of like rapid prototyping and stuff for designers and engineers and stuff, it is. But they already have that technical knowledge, or at least that curiosity, to make it easy to get past. Yeah, so we'll see. But I like it for hobby stuff. It's really great. I haven't used it for anything more practical though. Oh, nice. Oh, Christmas ornaments. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I don't think Japan. I think they're all relying on Chinese manufacturing. There might be some like specific companies in Japan that have imported, like kind of rebrand the Elegoo or the Ender stuff. I think it's like, I'm not sure what the deal is, because it seems like if you look at any of the online retailers that just carry everything, they'll be the same machine, the same design of machine, branded a couple of different ways. So I think because it's China, people have like knocked off designs, popular designs of things. So you're seeing the same printer called a bunch of different things. I'm not sure if there's any Japanese companies that... I'm sure there are, but they're probably not cheap. They probably don't do low-end stuff. But I haven't investigated too carefully, because I wanted to get in on the low-end market, the cheap market. I don't want to pay like $5,000 or whatever for a networkable, really nice 3D printer, because I don't have any application for it beyond hobby stuff. But yeah, I know it's getting to be a popular hobby. There's like maker spaces and stuff here with a lot of 3D printing capabilities, but I don't know if it's being adopted to the extent, because I know now there's like so many people on Etsy and stuff that just get commercial licenses to 3D print things from 3D artists, and that's their shop. It's just they just print stuff for people. So I have no idea. it's, you know, seems I'm a little bit out of the loop not being in the US for that, because it does seem like a lot of people are in the 3D printing business now. I don't even know what I'm doing today. Let's just try the old classic salt and pepper shaker. Ugh. Yeah, I'm kind of off center. But yeah, been much happier with the resin stuff than I was. I should just get a different and nothing, you know, with the I don't know, nothing that's claiming it's easy to remove from the build plate, because it was definitely not the whatever special surface that they had some pretty bad manufacturing defects. But yeah, and I really have to have like a specific project or whatever that I want to do to get me motivated to learn stuff. So it was that 10mm, doing the little armies in 10mm, that made me get the resin printer out, and I'm glad I did. It was good, really good timing, really fun to learn. Just good timing overall. All right, there's a classic sugar bowl salt and pepper style. Something. All right. Nice. Hey, how's it going? Nice. Yeah, what's going on? There we go. Good to see everyone. Ooh, wow. But yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, they just Anycubic just did their new self-leveling. It's kind of larger build plate, the Viper they'd had for pre-orders, and their store wasn't working. There was something wrong with the shipping to Japan, so I didn't pre-order anything. But it was like $200 or something. It was 200 something. It was under 300 for the pre-order, but I have no idea if I don't have any big applications for larger format prints or anything right now, so as in need for application, as in applying it to something, so I'm not going to be jumping on anything new for a while. And in that time, hopefully better and better things will be coming out. Alright. Oh, maybe some lid for this thing. Yeah, that's right. There was always like a flour container, like a canister for flour, a canister for sugar. Oh, maybe just do this. No, I gotta put eyes on there, so I'll do that in rendering. Does it fit? Nope. That makes a little bit more sense. Oh man. uh oh. I like all the blue wrenches in the chat when you look at it through YouTube. Like both Joe and K5 are blue, blue, blue. Uh, oh, yeah, thank you guys too for helping with the weekly, doing mod stuff on the weekly. That helps a lot, so it doesn't get jumped on, because it might be a little bit more of a target than this stream. So yeah, I appreciate that. I was thinking about that, if I should do because the long live stream, it's just kind of unedited, the way that it just goes up on YouTube for the weekly. I wonder if there's any, like, I should cut a segment every week out of it and make a shorter video that's actually uploaded. I wonder if that would help the numbers and maybe get some more attention for the weekly, because people just probably don't make it very far. I think the minutes watched is pretty short on that. When it's like 40 minutes, it's usually between 40 and 15 minutes, and yeah, I don't think people get through it. And I feel that same way whenever I see someone just put their live stream on YouTube. I'll like jump around a little bit and just yeah, unless it's somebody really interesting, really compelling, it's not that not that exciting to sit through. Yeah, I really don't like there's a couple of channels I'm subscribed to that post their like 4-hour live streams, and so often when I see that, I'm just like, unless I've got a reason to put that in the background, it just doesn't ever make me want to watch that video. So this entire channel is that. People find this channel and go, ugh, a bunch of 3-hour live streams that I don't even know if I want to watch. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't do that often enough, and I should pay more attention to that. When you're doing something, making some kind of content or whatever, thinking about, would I actually want to watch this? Like the things that I've done that have had more success I've been self-aware of making something that I would like or I would enjoy. And but when I don't do that, I realize, yeah, I just do stuff that, like, who would want to watch this, or who would want to have anything to do with this? And yeah, that's really easy to do. You just don't give it enough thought. But I think like the presentation of this channel is one of those things. It's just like, yeah, I guess this works. And mostly because I was just kind of practical about this. I just wanted this channel to help me remember to draw my cartoons. So that's why it is not as interesting as it could be. Trying to put string around a box. I don't know if it's going to read though. But yeah, that's always a funny thing. And oftentimes when you make something, that's your only satisfaction, is this is the kind of story I would want to read. This is the kind of, you know, cartoon I would want to read, want to draw. I don't know. Yeah, it's odd. Oh, man. That's right. I'm going to give Yum some mega mod capabilities so she can just like randomly scramble wrenches amongst the chat. Or give everybody a different colored wrench that has some sort of priority, some sort of level. So a red wrench will beat a green wrench, but a blue wrench will beat a purple wrench, and then you have to figure out whose wrench is more powerful. But the wrenches all combined, you form some yes, the green wrench, the blue wrench. Yeah, some mega. What were those called? The Rangers are always making Zoids or whatever. They're making some kind of power, so you could form some multi-wrenched animal-based robot. Anyhow. All right, no boxes. Oh man. All right. Oh, that was the funny thing that I completely forgot from the 90s about, X-Files and especially David Duchovny. Like, early on, it was obvious that his management or somebody was trying to make David Duchovny this, Richard Gere alternative. Because he had, before the X-Files and before some of that, he had, this kind of weird, longer Richard Gere, and I'm talking American Gigolo Richard Gere, younger, early 80s Richard Gere. But there was some weird, because that's why he ended up doing Red Shoe Diaries, and he was involved in kind of, and then even Californication, kind of softcore, adulty, softcore porny kind of stuff. Is that he seemed to be aimed at being a this weird sex symbol kind of, and it just didn't work. It just wasn't wasn't a thing. But I forgot about that, and I thought that was very funny because he's so known for the X-Files role, and that's such a monotone kind of different kind of character. But late 80s. I guess it would have been late 80s when he was first around. That definitely seemed to be where his management and everything was pushing him, and it just didn't happen. It was very funny. Did we really need another Richard Gere? Oh. Did I miss something? Oh, thanks. So that would be the good part of wearing the headphones the whole time. Hey, Joe, thank you. Wow, what's going on here? Yeah, my notifications should be there. Thank you, Joe. Oh, yeah, that's right. The kickback for the wrench. Yeah, keep it coming, Joe. I'll keep that. I'll keep you nice and blue in chat. Yeah, I definitely need. I definitely need that. There we go. The kickback for the wrench. So everybody, make sure you're paid up. We'll do it. We'll do it weekly from now on. Thank you so much, Joe. Much appreciated. Yeah. Sorry. It's forever. It's a forever. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Something. I had trouble actually logging into Streamlabs, so Streamlabs might be a little wonky. It kept saying there's a problem. So maybe it took a while. But thank you so much. Well, K5, you don't have to, but that that wrench is expensive. You know, they're very. I get them custom made, and they're actually a very specific color blue that I get through YouTube. Oh, nice. Oh, that's great, Yum. Yeah. The little orange. Oh, here we go. Let me put this in a place where I can actually see the chat a little better, too. Because I think that'll give me a notification as well. Wow. Oh, Joe. Joe paid for covered you this week. K5, nice. Oh man. Yeah, I really enjoy having you guys on chat. That's really it's nice. And sorry for the kind of I'm not on at a very regular time. It kind of varies. It's just been unpredictable, and it's going to keep doing that, I think, semester to semester. And then once junior high school starts, then my schedule will get even more bizarre. But I'm glad I've been able to maintain a time that you guys can find me. That's been really nice. Really fun chat. And it's really good to especially like through lockdown stuff and everything, to keep up with how things were going for everybody. Nice. Yeah, I'm glad notifications are actually working. I think I said that before, but I heard that you only get, literally a channel gets 3 notifications a day. But if you're one of those people that posts a lot of videos and like then does live streams, that's pretty limiting. It's very strange. YouTube's bizarre, arbitrary rules. But yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'll try to keep coming up with interesting things to talk about. I'm sure we're going to get some weird news over here about the Olympics, and maybe stuff that doesn't hit the international press. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted with the strange events surrounding the Olympics. I was surprised how much protest there was around no Olympics, or saying, they don't want the Olympics in Japan. Japanese mainland doesn't have a lot of political protests, or very heavy protests. They get there's some like nationalists, some like hardcore nationalists that'll and around election times, some people with their big causes will do some things, but it's not a very protest heavy country. But yeah, I was surprised there was some. The bigger protest is in Okinawa with the military bases. There's a lot of protests every time they have a helicopter crash, or some like military vehicle like land in a residential area. There's always protests about moving the American military bases, but that's going to be a very old, painful situation that unless the American military completely leaves, there's no solution for it. And it was it's the memory of an invasion, of a military invasion that's like 80 years old. So yeah, that's never going to be a good thing. But that's where you see most of the protests, and a lot of the times when military personnel commit crimes, rape or just drunken, disorderly, and fighting and stuff, and then run back onto the military base and don't get prosecuted or don't get punished by the local authorities. So a lot of people get angry. Yeah, that was a very different situation. Yeah, actually being there felt a lot more different than I expected. It doesn't feel like Japan, and they even call Japan like the mainland, because they don't even feel like they're in Japan. Because a lot of people that are stationed on the American military bases, you can use American money or just American plastic, and you're not immersed in any sort of culture. It's almost like you have as much Japanese culture in Okinawa as you have Mexican culture, like Latin American culture in LA or San Diego or whatever. It's this kind of peripheral thing, but it's the native culture there. But it's very peripheral and strange. Yeah. Hey Boris Johnson, how's it going? Nice. Nice. Yeah. Yum's getting all political. uh, yeah, the chat should just be a big whiteboard that you can just tag political messages on. I guess that's pretty much what it is, except you're like text typing it out. We don't get to enjoy your artistic stylings. I guess that's what emojis are, though. That's funny. What's going on? That doesn't read like a thermos. Oh boy. Yeah, summer is here and the insects are out. Oh yeah, K5. I had the first sighting of the murder hornets. There was something that I thought was a small bird buzzing around outside. They haven't started to do that thing where they're like hitting the glass yet, but yeah, it's finally warm enough now, and the rain is starting to die down. That yeah, I think they're getting active. But yeah, that's crazy how big those things are. But yeah, the first sighting of the year. And I wonder, because there's a kind of a dense dying tree in the neighbor's backyard. I wonder if someone's building an. I don't know if they're underground, if they would build a nest in a tree, or some side of a tree, or if they're actually those hornets that live in nests underground, like those burrowing kind of. I don't know enough about them, but they sure are active. Yeah, so I'll keep you posted. I don't know. What am I doing here? Yeah, so we'll see what kind of active summer it's supposed to be, because we didn't have a real cold snap this winter. It's supposed to be pretty bad as far as mosquitoes and everything this year. But it's hard to tell what anything is going to do. Everything feels just messed up. Let's try another spoon here. So I get the angle better. Yeah, we've had the weird extended rainy season, so they're getting these strange mudslides. Like, mudslides are really common here because it's like volcanic island with just this, like, so you got volcanic rock with this layer of, like, clay and soil on top of it. So you just get these big cascades of earth. And I've had a lot of heavy rain, but it wasn't enough in some situations to create mudslides, like during the rain, or landslides during the rain. But obviously in some areas it kind of loosened it, so just unexpectedly things started shifting. And it's pretty horrific when people talk about, when you hear like eyewitness accounts of that, they'll be looking at their neighbor and they're looking at their window at their neighbor, and the neighbor is like outside, on the side of their house or whatever, and a mudslide is starting, and they just disappear. Like, the people just disappear under this, like, black, slide of earth, this black, like, mush of earth. They're just like, yeah, and they were there, and then they're just not there, and there's just this weird mushy, mud all over. So that sounds pretty horrific. A pretty horrific way to die, because if it's deep enough and it hits hard enough, you're not getting out of it. And to see people being like covered like that has to be pretty miserable, pretty life-changing. Yeah, really crazy. Yeah, it's one of those weird kind of natural disaster things that's much more common here, just because of the geology, just the makeup of the land. Yeah, there's I saw some videos and things of just like, it looked like whole pine forests just like sliding down mountains, because the water obviously got between where the trees were rooted and the rock itself, and just whole forests are just kind of shifting down the sides of mountains. And it's also because the things are crazy steep here. Like, there's some mountainsides you'll drive up, it has these pine trees that just, they're so tall, they're very narrow and they're very tall, but it's just like everything is so vertical in a lot of places here. A lot of the nature is really, really vertical, so you don't get quite that feeling like in North America. Things are bigger and broader, and just of a massive scale, and things are smaller here but very steep and very tall. So you get some of that. Okay. Ah. Great. Yeah, Philadelphia seems like a pretty tough place. Plus, a tough place to do a supremacist march. I mean, just people with Giants jerseys get their asses kicked, so I can't imagine what particular flags would get you. All right. Yeah, no big ideas this week. I was kind of dreading the stream because I had been everything that I've been trying to work on, I haven't gotten any writing done, anything done at all. I've been in it's not really like writer's block, it's just like this, I don't know, this kind of just weird, low energy, depressed state where I can't like get excited about anything. Like, the most excited I got is, oh, maybe I'll try to print bigger 3D models. That was like the only thing like I actually got motivated enough to get done. But everything else is just I've been really behind. So the thought of doing the stream, it's like I have no idea drawing wise what I'm gonna do. And that's why we're here doing the same little things again and again. But something will click, hopefully. Yeah, it's been really weird. I don't know what the state is all about. I don't know if it's the weird, like, coming out of the weird rainy season into the way too hot season. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just like totally, yeah, broken as far as creative motivation. Just like, I'm doing like the bare minimum just to get by week to week. Insane or stupid or both. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any good. I think I've done some fireworks jokes before. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, so were things allowed? I guess a lot of the restrictions and everything's are being lifted, so people could actually like go outside and watch fireworks displays and stuff this year. Things are still canceled this year for Japan. All of the summer festivals. I think one of the really old Kyoto summer festivals is in a restricted way going to be allowed, so they're going to try to limit the crowds and keep social distancing and stuff, but they're going to do fireworks, I think. But other than that, I think everything is still canceled because a lot of the summer activities are walking around with food stands and little kind of yeah, what are they called? Not carnival, is it carnival? Yeah, just like a amusement park games and stuff, kind of the ring toss and knock down the milk bottles kind of stuff, Japanese versions of all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of stands with food and games, and but really gets heavy crowds, like the density of people visiting that stuff is pretty crazy, so they don't want that yet, so they're limiting all of that. Yeah, the crowds get pretty crazy in the summer, and it's hot, and there's no very few public toilets around, so it gets pretty miserable. Let's see. I don't think so. No, Japan's pretty compliant. They're just having trouble rolling it out. I haven't seen any anti-vax protesters or any protests or any signs or anything. Sometimes people put up posters and stuff. No, people are just like, yeah, whatever. Like, they believe in science, and they're pretty obedient to. They're frustrated with how slow decisions are made in Japan, and Japan is very cautious because they've had some bad drug approvals in the past that they regret, so they're really, really careful with drug approvals. So this like rapid development of a vaccine has them, even more cautious and kind of slow about things. But yeah, I haven't heard any openly anti-vax stuff in Japan or seen it on the news or anything. But it's just been really slow, and they did over 70 was the only group that I think is majority vaccinated, and I think it's just a logistics thing that's keeping people behind. Yeah, I don't think anybody is saying they're not going to, but there also are people that they don't have any health, like obesity or whatever, respiratory or cardiac compromised conditions, but are really worried with allergies. Like it's a very allergic country, so a lot of it's funny, a lot of kids are born in Japan, and as babies you literally have to like slowly test one food. Okay, how are we doing with dairy? How are we doing with eggs? How are we doing with wheat? And some kids are just allergic to everything when they're corn. They grow out of a lot of it, but a lot of kids here are super allergic. So in their early childhood, it's really hard to, when you're cooking real food for them, to get them real food. But yeah, I don't know. Mm. Yeah, so we'll see. Mm. Yeah, it's funny. So we'll see how it goes. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm curious how they feel about vaccinating. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't want to do that, did I? How Japan is going to do with vaccinating foreigners, because I'm not sure they still see them as much of a priority. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. Oh yeah, I should do it really light. When I do that bottom line on the cups, I should do it really light like that, so it doesn't interfere with the eyes at all. So what is going on here? It's just more table stuff. That's a terrible spoon. Whatever. All right. Any tiny wheel of cheese. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, that's a funny combination because with the post-war constitution, kind of, Western designed constitution in Japan, the freedom of assembly is very powerful here, and that's what gives that's what made it hard to do lockdowns and quarantines and stuff. So political speech and freedom of assembly and religious free speech is really enforced heavily here, but people don't have real strong feelings about that. So there aren't a lot of big political marches and things. People don't have really strong beliefs that they're willing to, march for or whatever. But it's very protected here, so it's a funny thing, and it just might be like kind of a social pressure. You may be very conscious of like how your coworkers or your family or whatever would feel if you stood up for a particular cause very strongly. So that's why like LGBT Q plus stuff in Japan is much slower because they can't get big political movements behind it. Like you can't see big numbers of people. There are marches and things, but you don't see as big a reaction as you do in America for protests and pushing legislation and things. And that's why it's very slow. And also Japan just pretends to not be able to think, beyond their traditional, their ideas. Like, how would we write that? What would we do? What about this paperwork? How can we change this paperwork? So I think a lot of that thinking. But it is funny. It is funny how protected political speech is, but how people don't take advantage of it. For to promote change or things. They do take advantage of the wacky religious protection to not pay taxes and make a lot of weird, money that way. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of surrounded by that. All right. What's going on? Yeah, right. We say the V word too many times, and who knows what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm surprised the number of channels I've heard have gotten demonetized, and just like kind of let's play channels and stuff, or like people just streaming gameplay, and then just they make some comment, and I don't know if it's just like a bot or whatever that's picking it up, but their channel is just like instantly demonetized for some. It's just like a joking, like sexist or homophobic, and most of the time it's like it'll be gay streamers making homophobic jokes, but the bots or whatever pick it up as it being they're just messing around with saying stupid things just to make each other laugh, and YouTube doesn't know what's going on. So yeah, it's very funny. Yeah, so who knows? But that's why, I mean, you just can't use algorithms and AI to moderate stuff. It's weird how I never realized that, because I don't do a lot of movie reviews or TV reviews or anything, but like the standard practice now seems to be you do your review, you upload it unlisted, YouTube hits it with all the copyright claims, you contest all the copyright claims, get all of that removed, and then you officially like post the video publicly, because you just have to deal with that layer of automatic copyright claiming, and then you say this is a review, fair use, fair use, fair use, all the claims come off, and then you have a video that you can monetize. That doesn't seem to be the way to do that, but I guess for YouTube it's the cheapest way to guarantee you're not just posting episodes of television shows or whatever. A leaking box. Oh, cheesecake with shredded. Nice. Oh yeah. Or like cheesecake with like Cheese Whiz or something. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, like extra cheesy. The level of a maximum level of cheese. Let's see if I can even draw a cheesecake anymore. That's a fun idea. Like something double cheesed up. This is just gonna look like a piece of generic something. Let's see, that angle is, something's wrong with that angle. But yeah, I like that double cheese was only a concept only for hamburgers. So something, let's see if I can move this out of the way. Oh shoot. Oh, these are on the same, no they're not. Yeah, they are. I'm incapable of using Photoshop. Alright. Like a very orange blob on top. Let's see. Is it on top? Yeah, it's on top. Cheesy. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. A very cheesed up cheesecake. Alright, whoop. Let's turn some of this off. My weird and wacky thermos here. Alright. Yeah, that's a fun idea. Thank you, K5. me see if I can... I should draw everything at this scale and then blow it up. Oop. Now I actually have to draw a can of cheesy stuff. It's got like a whipped cream can, right? It's got the same kind of nozzle on it. It's been a long time since I've seen sprayable cheese. whatever you would call it. Yeah, just a kind of a angled something. That looks pretty deadly, doesn't it? All right. Nice. There we go. Something like that. Oh. It's not easy being cheesy. There we go. All right. Ugh, the can. Yeah, do a little bit more. Being shocked by the abomination. Yeah, this could just be a one-word cartoon. The text is just abomination. Actually, that's huge, isn't it? Yeah, the cheesecake doesn't need to be so gigantic. Cheesecake. Yeah, the color is gonna make that work. All right. Oh, who's Megan? Megan the Stallion? Is that Megan the Princess Megan? Which Megan is that? I can't even imagine what's going to happen with these next Marvel movies. Because they already... Like, that was the funniest thing about that whole project is the characters that they used were not... They were, like, you know, B or C grade heroes as far as, like, you know, popularity in comic books. And they built a whole universe out of, like, the characters people didn't really care about. So it's going to be funny when they have to keep doing that, trying to make things interesting, like, you know, make Ant-Man a major character or whatever. Yeah, I guess this will work for this one as well. Something about the canister of whatever it is. But yeah, I don't know. And I don't know when they're going to, because it doesn't seem like they have to acknowledge failure anymore because of all the ways they can release things. So we'll see. Come on. All right, let's color some of this stuff. Hmm. Oh, that's cool, K5. Nice. You were saying, did you set up a shop, or do you get a lot of your customers through Facebook? You were talking, yeah, we're talking about something that was helpful for like kind of your business, and I forget what that was, but yeah, that's very cool. All right, are we on the right color layer? Yes. Let's just do weird kitchen colors here. More warmer. Or maybe there. Is that just gray? That's just gray. Shit. There we go. Oh no. Yeah, yeah, I don't think I do know. That sounds familiar though. I think I have known that at some time. Yeah, that works. Maybe do like a white inside and some strange retro-y colored. Not quite that. That looks wrong. Oh, maybe like this. Yeah, that, but lighter. Actually, it's getting to be a maybe orange. Sorry, I'm just fussing with the colors. That's cool. There we go. Oh, that's right. I know what that is. Of course I know what that is. Yes, a novelty song. Yeah, I don't think that got a lot of airplay over here. I knew that was oddly familiar. Oh. Oh, no. It's too... There we go. Yeah, something like that. So, I guess I'll put water in the glass and then some salt or pepper in the... Yeah. Yes, exactly. Wet apple paste. Oh man. Yeah, I'll do the top of this. Yeah, that works. thing. And then I guess something that's going to read as pepper. There we go. All right. Oh, and I wanted to do the inside of this. Like that. Oh, and maybe then the edge of this as well. Sure. All right. Yeah, you're the most encouraging of bad behavior mods ever. Enabling. We'll have to change you from mods to enablers. Alright. Oh, actually, there should be a line. Oh, maybe I can just do that. Yeah, I'll just do that like this. And then like this. Haha. Alright. Oh. Yeah, I guess this kind of works. Oh, no. Wrong tool. Nice. Okay, let me go back through and kind of brighten. What's going on here? That looks weirdly subdued. Yeah, something like that. That one's very visible. Alright, something like that, yeah. It's a weird little configuration of stuff. And actually the water should be even lighter. It's looking kind of dingy. Alright. Whoa. Alright, and maybe just a couple of highlights. Something like that. I don't know what is going on. Dirt break. That's funny. Okay, there we go. Eyes. I don't know why a glass of water is there, but we'll deal with that. Let's a little bigger here. I don't know what... Oh, I like the lid, though. I like the eyes on the lid. Alright. Oh, there's a 1. Uh-oh, here's the cheesy one. This should be pretty easy to color. You could just get the cheesecake color, right? A little brighter. Alright, and then we'll ruin it with the rusty part. I should do this later, but I'll do it right now. Okay, that should work. And then we gotta find that perfect cheese in a can color. It's kind of, well, I guess it's gonna depend. Oh, that's pretty good. A little bit brighter. Yeah, that's pretty close. All right. So maybe the cap is that color. And the can is what? I can't even picture it. Some kind of dark orange. Yeah, sure. Very warm colors. And then, oops, then we'll do yellow plastic or something. Yum yum whiz. That's alright. Oh, hey, yeah, Yum got a soda or something, right? Once upon a time. Yum yum whiz. That's right. This has got to have some other kind of coloration. It looks odd. Or maybe just do this or this. Maybe that. And let's find a good font. I think I've got some. Oh, that doesn't show up. Some chunky. Let's see here. How does that look? Eh. Oh, there we go. Oh, that Y is not good, is it? It should be one of those centered. What's going on? Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, that Y is not good. Come on. Just something. Oh wait, there's a should be a cartoony. Yeah, maybe I don't have that anymore. Yeah, I thought that bold font was going to work better. But it didn't. Oh, that's good. That's pretty generic. Let's do this. Just merge those layers. There we go. Oh, actually, let's tilt it a little bit. Oh, not the mask. The text. There we go. Yeah, put it on the... smaller. Yum yum whiz. That dropping IQ. Yum becomes the acme of abuse cartoons. Everything is Yum brand. At least all food can be Yum branded very easily. Alright, so... something like that. Oh, I'm not masked, am I? Alright. I think that works. Oh, of course. Okay. And let's do, yeah, a little bit of highlighting. And some white. I guess we want to make that pretty wet looking too. That works. Yeah. Cheesy cheesecake. Ah, bottom crust. Thank you, thank you. That's right. How would that even work? I should do a little more shadow. There we go. A little more shadow for that. There we go. Okay, there we go. So a little bit of shadow underneath. Okay. And then some eyes. The poor... for cheesecake. There we go. Yeah, that works pretty well. I didn't think it being so orange would be good, but the Yum Yum brand. There we go. Oh. Cool. Okay, yeah, I think we got a couple of cartoons. Well, let's take a look. Dumb brain, no pain. Let's take a look at last week. And I think a little bit before. So this just went up like an hour ago. So not much action. Oh, actually got a couple. Yeah, got a few likes already. Nice. So this was July 6th. We'll go back to this next week and see what the overall reaction was. They were mere sacrifices to the gods of summer refreshment. The melting desserts. Okay, July 1st. Oh no, I don't even want to remember what this was. Oh, it's right. Nothing in a tube had the dramatic effect of alizarin crimson. Uh-oh. We got some responses here. Maybe too many. Lisa Donovan's song makes sense. What? What? Oh, I'm not logged in anymore? What? That's weird. How did I get logged out? Or maybe the update. Placebo paint, depending on its surroundings. It does indeed stand out. Polysporin isn't colorful, but it does have a dramatic effect where it's needed. Don't try it for your pimples. Lizard crimson and yellow ochre, a strange combination. The worst paint, though, is burnt cinders. At least it's not crimson and clover. That would be over and over. Wow, lots of funny comments. Yeah, I'll have to figure out how to get logged back in. That's funny. All right. Yeah, you never know what's going to get a response. All right, and this is the other one from the previous week. So the 29th. Oh, that's right. It was entirely possible that none of them were ketchup. Oh, it's got 7 comments too. Some joker came around and wrote ketchup on all the soap dispensers. Oh, there we go. I remember green and purple ketchup. Oh, yeah, green and purple ketchup. That's right. Mystery sauce. Looks like they're all 3 drips. All 3 drip. Yeah, all 3 are drips. A real thing. Oh, no way. Wait. Yeah. That's so funny. The image that you showed, K5, they posted in the comments. That's funny. It's a real thing. You can buy the set here. Nice. Inspired by real events. Ripped from the headlines. Nice. Oh, that's funny. Nice. It's a real thing. How do I get logged back in? Sign in. Do you remember? Yes, you remember me. Okay, cool. Nice. It is a real thing. That's funny. Nicole posted the actual real thing. Nicole, trademark Nicole. The official Nicole of the 2020 Olympics. Oh, that's really funny. Let me go back and like them up since I'm logged back in now. All right. And yeah, that was it. Wow, funny. It's really funny, yeah, how images circulate. Let's try a couple random. Oh, the feminization. The red towel was disgusted by what he saw as a sudden feminization of the laundry. Alright. Oh. Just wait till ruffles and lace start showing up on their faces. Oh, there's an oldie. An old marker drawing. After all the trouble, he was surprised that being an open can of string beans wasn't more satisfying. Look at all those things. That's that little bottle opener can. Remember, like if something's in a can and you want the juice out of it, that little one end of the can opener just pierced the can. So on both sides, yeah. I remember that from cans of like juice, fruit juice and stuff. I don't even know if that kind of stuff even exists. Oh, look at that. A special effect. I think that's still a marker drawing, though. No, maybe not. No, it's, what year is it? No, it's not. 2014. It was as if glass denied the existence of clean. Clean next time you see it. Oh, it's gonna be the opposite. What's going on? Stubborn glass. I think that came up, actually, in one of the random things before. There's a marker drawing, though. Very thin. The barrage of tennis practice was always hardest on the beverages. Haha. Tennis ball jokes. And, oh, there's some more marker. Look at those guys. The envy of handles finally broke up the threesome. That's it. The paper handles, the little double paper handles. All right, one more. Each piece of chocolate held the potential of both surprise and disgust. Where was this at Valentine's Day? Oh, well, rings true anyhow. Where was it? Oh, March 10th. Yep, totally missed. And I said one more. Oh, look at that sad milk. I'm even in the shadow on a weird side of it. Yeah, very early. Expiration day was always painful for the eldest half-gallon of milk. Ugh. Wow, that's a real wonky old one. All right. Let's get back to it. There we go. Yeah, I was feeling pretty confident about it was the full URL, but yeah, that's true. It could have been a URL to a secret a secret porn site. Yeah, but the URL looked pretty benign. But thank you. That's a good thing to keep in mind. Is that could have gone anywhere. I could have been promoting who knows what and opening who knows what. Who could have watched me totally crash my own computer, like ransomware my own computer by just clicking random links. I click all exe files that I find. All right. So some quick writing. Oh, sorry. All right. So keyboard time. So a quick, let's see. So that big canister being all sugar. Surprised to see where all the sugar came from. Yeah, so they're not condiments, right? They're seasonings or whatever. You wouldn't call sugar and salt condiments. So the big canister is full of something pretending to be... Is it flowers or a cookie jar? What is it? And the glass of water is just looking away. A big canister of flour. Wait, big follows K5. Is that where I get big follows from? I gotta click on that. Yeah, I guess the other thing that made me very nonchalant about the comments here is they're pretty good on spam on Go Comics. Malicious stuff, and like they flag. I haven't seen like people doing advertising spam or anything on there in a long time. So ever since they kind of switched over to their premium service, they really heavily control their comments, so things get rooted out pretty well. But that's true. Could have been anything. All right. Yeah, so an open canister of flour, of more sugar, more salt. Or a topless joke, lidless. Let's see. Close to the source of all tabletop canisters. What? What? Let's see. Oh yeah, maybe I should do a what's inside kind of thing. We'll do flour and oops, some kind of wackier font would be good. Let's see. All capitalized. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I guess that's why this text tool works so much nicer, because I don't have every single font installed on this system. That would be exactly what was printed on it. Oh yeah, maybe here. Let's do. No, it should be all caps, shouldn't it? If I can spell flower, we'll be good. That's not. Yeah, that's not a good. It should be bolder than that. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what look I'm going for here. The thick font again? The bold font. Yeah, bold font is fine for a flower. Oh, and we're doing the type distortion thing again, aren't we? What's happening? Oh, weird. All right. And some sort of different color, maybe just a darker version of that. Yeah, I don't know. Whoa. Yeah, something like that. I guess fading it out will help a little bit. There we go. Looks more printed on there. What's going on? All right. So I don't know if that helped anything, but So flower didn't see much action on the kitchen table, something like that. Wait, kitchen, jeez. Yeah, I'm having some trouble here. Or just an unnecessary presence was a remnant of baking. The detritus of the baking process. An unwelcome intrusion? Yeah, maybe just intrusion. Oh, nice. Missing the yeast was an unwelcome intrusion on the kitchen table. Something like that. Yeah, because I guess you... Yeah. Unwelcome. Welcome intrusion on the kitchen table. And then I guess flower is sad. Nobody wants flower around. All right. Flower was an unwelcomed. ED. No, just unwelcome. Sorry, unwelcome intrusion. So an adjective. Unwelcome is not welcome. Not having been. Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's correct. Yeah, so unwelcomed would mean not having been welcomed. And unwelcome, no D, is not just not being welcome. So that works. I hope that made absolutely no sense. All right. And the cheesiest. Oh, the water. Yeah, that's a good. Oh, yeah. That's a good. Yeah, wanting to sabotage everything. I like that. I like the. Yeah, the water. Yeah, water wanting to sabotage, or water wanting to. Because it would basically destroy everything. The sugar, salt, and everything. Yeah, I don't know why there's water there. It's just on the sideline. I don't know why I was so obsessed with the big canister. While water secretly waited to sabotage everything. Yeah. Not the kind of flower. Yeah, not the kind of flower that was welcome on the table, or not the kind of flower. There wasn't. Nobody asked for this type of flower. Nobody was happy to see this kind of flower. Nobody on the kitchen table was a unwelcome intrusion. Yeah, flower pun would be better for that, wouldn't it? Flower. Oh yeah, if I would have done a certain types of flower. An unwelcome intrusion. Yeah, that's not a flower. Joke would be better. They were expecting a different type of flower. That might be better. So the kitchen table expecting a different of flower. A different type of flower. Yeah, the spelling. Yeah, something like that. I think that's a better. At least that's trying to be funny. A different type of flower. All right. And these are just mere sacrifices to the god of refreshment. Oh, the flower centerpiece. Oh, that's good. Yeah. The flower centerpiece. Yeah, the flowers on the table. So I'm gonna keep going back. Yeah, flower centerpiece is good. The expecting wanted. Oh, sorry. Was only interested in certain types of flowers. No, that's not. A flower centerpiece or flowers. Yeah, flowers, the plural isn't going to work, and there are 2 periods at the end of this sentence. A different type of flower. Yeah, the fragrance and purpose of this type of flower was all wrong. Alright, cheese. He couldn't help his impulse to make things cheesier. An impulsive can of Cheese Whiz. Even cheesier. I'm sure somebody must have. A pun, a homophone? Sound alike but spelled differently. I forget. Oh. All right. Couldn't help his impulse to make things cheesier. Cheesier cheesecake. Yes. No instructions. Yeah, no bake cheesecake. All right. Oh, I like the idea of the impulse to make things cheesier, but I hope that reads as a can of Cheese Whiz. I can't think of what one looks like. And Google it. Why would I Google it? All right. Yeah, that's good enough. The impulse. I like the impulse of making things cheesier. I think that's enough. And then that should read as a cheesecake. American cheesecake. Cheesecake suddenly felt much more American. Someone ordered the American style cheesecake. Impulse to make things cheesier. We'll go with that. And the kitchen table was expecting a different type of flour. Or was hoping for. Maybe instead of expecting. Maybe hoping for is better. The kitchen table was hoping for a different type of flour. Oh, yeah, hoping for is better than expectations. Something like that. Ritz cracker garnish. Yeah, that would be good. A Ritz cracker stuck in the top. I think that works. Thank you guys for the input, and thank you for the inspiration, K5, for the cheesy cheesecake. That's a great image. It's perfect for this this cartoon. Always something like a shoe full of ice cream. Always something, yeah, visually odd. Works. He couldn't help his impulse to make things cheesier. Oh, come on. Keyboard shortcuts. All right. Where am I gonna put this? There we go. That's right. I was trying to trying to organize things a little bit better in this directory, but they're just not quite there yet. And I should double check that the 13th is actually, yeah, next Tuesday. Nice. And one more. The kitchen table was hoping for a different type of flour. All right. There we go. Nice. Whiz on my Ritz. Ritz and whiz. That sounds like a yeah, a special something you're ashamed to ask for. Oh, nice. Bacon flavor. Mm. Ritz and whiz. Nobody orders that on the menu. All right. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. With this, yeah, I didn't make it any easier. I did all that reordering of the old directories and didn't make it any easier to use. It's brilliant. Riz and yeah, that should have been in the Ritz and whiz. That's sounds good for a cartoon. Oh, turkey. Gross and good. Oh, turkeys and bacon sodas. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, for a while there was like everything. How can you make everything bacon? All right. Well, speaking of simulated flavors of things, let's go to this real quick. I'll show you guys the saku bite-sized apple pies. So this is another, I keep finding these store brand things, so you can see this is just the store brand 7-Eleven brand, but they keep doing these odd little things. So remember I showed you the apple pie style chocolate from before, which was just like white chocolate with dried like cinnamon apple inside and some kind of like crusty powdery thing. So these are little bites of apple pie that I guess are supposed to be kind of crispy. Apple is crispy, so we will find out. And oh, I didn't check. Let's find out if there's actually apple in these, right? And there is. It's the second ingredient. Wow, right behind flour. Amazing. It's not simulated apple. All right. Oh, wow. Yeah, it smells like apple pie. Yeah, it's really strong. So yeah, these little baked little pieces. So kind of like it looks like a like a sliced up fast food apple pie. Let's find out what it tastes like. It smells really good. The apple is like very real and very yummy. Oh, it's really good. Yeah, and it's pretty. The crust is pretty kind of baked. I don't know if you can see. It's pretty baked, so it's kind of it is kind of crispy. It's like a crispy. It's not flaky though. You can see it's just dough. It's baked dough, but it's not buttery or flaky. But I don't know if you can hear on the mic. My chewing on the microphone. But it's a little bit crispy. It tastes very much like apple pie crust. Just not the buttery, flaky top, but the actual, like, crust on the edge or underneath. Wow. These are really good. Yeah, that's what we should do is every week I have to ship snacks to you guys ahead of time. So I have to plan out a schedule of snacks, and then everybody can open their bag at the same time. Yeah, I'm surprised how this is just like a little. Oh, you can see it's a little twisted. They just kind of twisted a piece of pie crust and then baked it, and this one didn't get sealed completely evenly. Wow, that's pretty good. So sorry. Oh yeah. If I do good, but you can see there's a little apple poking out the side there on this one, but it's not dried apple. Yeah, it's like totally filled. It's not like really chewy dried apple. It's really soft. So I'm not quite sure what they did. It's like a piece of apple though, but not dry. But somehow like baked. I guess it's like dried out by a baking process instead of a dehydration process. Wow, that's really good. A little bit bigger, and they would be maybe more satisfying too. Because I can. There's probably only like maybe like 6 or 8 of these in the package, and I'm just gonna blow right through these. They're really easy to eat. They're really good. Yeah, K5 is stealing it. Oh man, I didn't even get to do it. Wow. Yeah, because these would be good for. The expiration date isn't for 6 months, so that would be easy enough to do. Like, we wouldn't have to worry about, especially with these like packaged snacks, we wouldn't have to worry about the expiration ever running into a problem. But that'd be really fun. Yeah, so eat everything together on stream, and that'd be really funny because then everyone's going to have a different reaction. It's like, oh, that's too sour, or this is like, tastes terrible or whatever. That would be a really fun reaction. So I have to start a premium subscription service for the yeah, but if people could cover the shipping, like a one-time thing of like $20, and that would be enough shipping for like a box full of stuff that would last, a couple months. That would be pretty fun to do it like more interactively, because they have those like, what is it, bento box or mochi box or something. There's some like company that does a bunch of Japanese snacks, and they kind of theme them by season, but I think they're like $40. So it's just a little box with a few snacks in it, and $40. That's crazy, because this is like literally $1. Like, there's not that much in it, but this is so about 80 cents, like 80 something cents American. So to do like 8 or 10 little things in a box, and then plus the shipping, yeah, that'd be a pretty fun. That'd be pretty fun. Yes, it is in America, but everything here is too small. Everything here is a tease. It's just enough to make you go, "Oh, that was good." Oh, it's gone. I mean, that's the size of everything here. So they really like the reinforcing the impermanence of everything. It's just like, "Isn't this delicious?" And you'll never have it again. No, but there's something about, like, it's a little bit less than a, if you're eating a bite of apple pie, like on a fork, it's a little bit less than that. It's a little bit bigger. Would be like the amount you would fork, into your mouth. But yeah, those are surprisingly good. Yeah, I think there literally are, like, how many there are here. There's like literally that many in the bag. It was probably like 6. Wow. But those were good. They're definitely real apple, and it's pie crust. It's a real, like, a flour pie crust. It's crazy. Or just a piece of the crust. Yeah, it's it definitely tastes like a, like a rolled pie crust. That's amazing. Not super cinnamon flavor though. The other one, those little chocolates, were real cinnamon apple. Oh, yeah. That would be good. Yeah, maybe I wonder what the charge everybody double. There's the profit. Nice. No, that would be a good idea to do a salty, a sweet, and like a just kind of the whole range of flavors, and just decide. And then we could even, like, do votes or whatever about, like, what you want to try first, like vote on the order of things, because everyone would have the same stuff. So this week, what should we try? Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, and I guess there's enough. I mean, there are enough tools, like even like just Streamlabs, or do like a PayPal link or whatever. We do enough. PayPal would give me the address, right? Well, I guess Streamlabs too. Streamlabs gives me PayPal information, but yeah, that would be a good idea. That would be fun to do. Be a little bit logistic, and yeah, right. One really horrible, like, one kind of Fear Factor style. Can you put that in your mouth? Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, get. I don't know though. The Yeah, Japanese companies are pretty. It would have to be like the little indie, or even like maybe foreign-owned stuff in Japan. But that kind of thing would be fun. Fun to do. Yeah, I should get some shipping rates. Unfortunately, though, that's the having the stream be like totally worldwide. The shipping is going to vary crazily, but as long as there was enough lead time, that would be good. But yeah, that would be a fun thing to do, and just do like once a month, just kind of gather like several weeks worth of stuff. That's true, because a lot of these little tastes are so cheap that it wouldn't be bad. And then even if it got lost, even if the package got lost on the mail, it wouldn't be a huge thing to recoup. Yes, fermented squid eyes. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, let me think about that. Yeah, let me know if you guys would really be interested in that. That'd be fun, because if we're always going to be meeting, and everyone's got the munchies every time I do that, that would be a really fun thing to do. And to kind of just the idea of us all tasting the same thing at the same time is pretty fun. It's like, everyone get out your apple pie snack. Nice. Yeah. Let me take a look at let me run the numbers, as they say. Yeah, take a look at what the expense would be, and see if it would be too much to charge. Like, if I did like as a monthly thing, see how much I would actually have to charge to make it worth, like, packaging everything and doing all the package and post on it. And yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, let me give that some thought, and see if that's something we could do, because that would be a really fun thing to do all together. So not just talk shit in chat. We could actually eat stuff and have and the varied reaction, I think, would be the most fun part. The kind of range of responses, like, oh, that's good, or this tastes terrible, because there isn't going to be anything. The flavors are pretty subdued, pretty tame. So that would be pretty fun. Huh? Yeah. Let me. Yeah, it'd be like family dinner, the Japanese family dinner box. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd have to and have to be much more regimented. If so, if you guys paid and there'd be an expectation, yeah, would want to be settled on a time that it would happen. So if you wanted to participate, you weren't like, what? Yeah, you did it at 3 a.m. What? Yeah. That would be fun. Yeah. Damn. The problem is, though, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the whole box in one stream. I think the lack of control will happen very quickly. Everyone's like, yeah, let's eat something else. Let's try something else. And we're just gonna eat an entire box of snacks together in the course of an hour. Yeah, that's good. The schedule too. The timing of it would be important, and that would be a way to kind of places that were too expensive to ship to. The timing would help exclude places that the shipping costs would be prohibitive. But let me take a look at that. That'd be really fun and very kind of communal and connecting and everything. Very good. All right. Well, let me wrap up this week. And think about shipping snacks. That would be really fun. And there's so much seasonal stuff too. Yeah, if it could be, because if I could set it up as a subscription, especially if it was just like a recurring, like a recurring PayPal or a recurring sub, that would make it worth it, because then I would know I'd be covered. Like I could buy stuff in advance and know that it would be covered, cost-wise. Yes. Well, let's figure that out. Wow. Yeah. Let me seriously take a look at that and see if we can do something like that together. It'd be fun, because even if just a handful of us wanted to do it. What the dangerous thing is if it became popular and I'm packing like 150 boxes of snacks every week. All right. But that's a good thing. I'll have to see. Maybe I'll look at PayPal and like Patreon and a couple of things and see what the best mechanism for shipping, because I think there's a couple of things that specifically are like, they know you intend to ship physical goods. So, and I think PayPal does that too. They'll keep track of, was it sent, was it received, and you can like kind of keep track of it on both ends. Yeah, because I don't want to have to send everything as a tracked package. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let me see the prices. But anyhow, thank you everyone for joining me. It was good to see everybody and talk some vaccination nonsense. And yeah, let's hope that Hyphonics is going to do okay with the wife being sick. That's not good. Then hopefully it's mild. If they've already been sick or been up against it already, it won't be a big thing. And hope it's not the bad weather. So everyone, take care, and I will see you next time. So if this is the first time watching, abusecartoons.com is the website for this cartoon and this live stream, and you can see the archive of everything that I've been doing for this cartoon at gocomics.com/domesticabuse, which is in the description. Follow on Twitter at abusecartoons, and this stream is both on Twitch and YouTube, and so subscribe there for notifications. So everybody take care, and we will be together again next week and talking about how we're going to do the snack thing. Yeah, that would be really fun, and kind of have like a range, like figure out a range of things so we're not wasting our money on a bunch of dried fish nonsense. But yeah, that'd be really fun. So take care, everyone, and see you again next time. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.